Hey there. All right, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a warning. This one's going to have some language in it. I try not to use too much vulgar language in this podcast, but this one's going to have some language in it because it's fitting. So if you don't like it, don't listen. If you don't mind it, keep listening. All right. Today I want to talk about the I don't give a fuck attitude. All right, and how you need to embrace it in a way that's empowering. And what I mean by that is I don't mean it in like I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Like not in a way of not caring about anything. Like I don't in a negative way. What I mean by this to me was the moment everything changed for me in my business is when I decided to stop giving a shit, a fuck, whatever, right? Zero fucks. And what I mean by that is in wondering what everybody else was going to think, right? I used to have so many people that say to me, but Michelle, I don't know, like, what if, myself included, okay? I joined a networking group that was filled with other coaches. And a lot of the coaches that speak that, horseshit bro marketing language of, I help you get to 6 figures. I help you do this. And you know me, I'm always like the polar opposite of that. And so I kept saying like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be like the odd man out. I'm going to be the one that contradicts everything that they're saying. Like I'm not gonna, like I can't be there. Like I don't agree with this business model. I don't agree with this, yada yada. And then I finally just said, you know what, Michelle, stop giving a shit. Stop. Like you gotta get into like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit if you don't like it. Okay. This is how I feel. This is what I'm gonna do. This is what's important to me. This is what I feel is in integrity with me. And you have to stop caring what every single person might think about every single piece of content you put out there, every single thing that you might say. Same with this podcast. I mean, you know how long it took me to launch this podcast because I was so worried about what people might say, what kind of comments I might get. What if it doesn't resonate? What if it, you know what I mean? And you have to get to this place of like, I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. And it's not that you don't care in a negative way. It's about, I am not going to allow others' opinions to stop me from what I feel strongly about. And that is where I want you to get, right? Like, I want you to post that controversial post. I want you to call out the things in your industry that you don't agree with. I want you to show up as your more authentic self, regardless of what that is. I mean, even people that say about like tattoos and the fact that my hair is always different, and you can't care about that stuff. That's where I want you to absorb and embrace that attitude. Not in I don't care if you sign up for my program and get any results, that's not my problem, right? Like, no. Not at all what I'm talking about. I'm talking about owning and stepping into and feeling confident in yourself, and stop caring what other people are thinking about you, and stop wondering, because the reality is, I guarantee nobody's even saying half the shit that you're thinking in your head they're saying. You're making that all up. And so you have to really get to that place of just showing up, just being yourself and standing in your own truth. And that's when the magic, and like when I did that, like when I joined that networking group and I decided I was going to be the coach that I am. I'm going to be the coach that says, no, I don't agree that memberships are the only way to grow your business. I don't agree that VIP days are the be all end all. I don't agree that you have to have a one-to-many offer to scale your business, right? Like I was that coach, and guess what? It brought me the right people. And for so long, I was so worried about what other people might think about the fact that I don't, think the same way, that it held me back. I didn't put content out there. And now, for the better part of a year, I've been putting my content out there that I feel is, very strongly about, that's authentic to me, with the like, hey, by the way, there's always going to be another coach that's going to not agree with this. But the reality is, how many compliments I get and how many comments I get to in DMs or different things about, Michelle, your content really resonated with me. This podcast, loved what you had to say, or I loved your content this week, or I love that. Like, there's so many more people that need to hear that. And that is what you have to really, really think about. And like always, like, what's the worst thing that's going to happen? Somebody might disagree with you. Okay. Well, you got two options: disagree back and argue your point, or unfriend them and get rid of them. Block them. You don't have to engage in the conversation. If you want to engage in the conversation, there's power in that too, but you don't have to. You don't have to. You can delete it. You can block them. You can get rid of those people. You don't have to have them in your circle. You don't have to even follow them. You don't have to do any of these things. That's what I mean by that when I say I don't give a fuck, right? Like, I'm not saying like stop caring about your business. I'm saying stop caring what other people think, okay? Because there's so many more people that love you and want to resonate with your content, and you're not putting it out there because you're so worried about one person that might not, all right? And that's the point. So go ahead, and every time I want you to like put IDAGAF, I don't give, IDGAF everywhere. Like, I want you to have it as a reminder all over. Put it on your screen, put it in post-it notes, whatever, because I want you to think about that when you question a post, when you question a response, when you question that reach out. Just nope, nope, nope. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I'm going to do it. I'm going to stand there, and I am not going to worry about what other people are thinking of me. I'm going to put this out there because I know in my heart this is what I need to say in this moment. Okay? Stop allowing others to stifle you. That's my point. That's the whole point of this podcast. And I hope that that doesn't offend you. If it does, I'm sorry, but it's how I feel, right? Again, same thing. Like, there's a lot of times I wouldn't have said this years ago. I would not have put a podcast out there like that because I would have worried that somebody might get mad. Somebody was going to come at me with a million reasons why that's such a horrible attitude, blah, blah, blah. But I know in my heart that the intention behind it, and I know what I mean by that, and so I'm going to share it with you. And that's the place you need to get to, is that I know that this is going to resonate with the right people, and there are some people that aren't going to agree with this, and that's okay. Okay, because I feel confident enough in myself to know that this piece of advice or this statement, this podcast episode, comes heart-centered. It really does. It might sound a little harsh, but it's very, very heart-centered. It's really just a way. It's a fun way. It's more of like to say, stop allowing others to stifle you. All right. I'll talk to you soon. Love you guys.